Hey, welcome to Fix It for Josh's sake. Today I'm working on a 1964 Melroe Bobcat. It's got the 16 horsepower Annan motor in it. It's the M444. Come on with me as we fix it for Josh's sake. Here's a side profile of what I want to talk about today. This cover right here seems to stump a few people on how to remove it and how to put it back on. So I want to talk about that. Let's get into it. The side cover is fastened by 20 9/16 inch nuts. I have taken them all off. This one is for this side right here. That whole batch is for the other side of the Bobcat. And like I said, pictures say 1,000 words. 9/16 inch. All right, there's 20 of those. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because it seems like this set of caps here that connect to the internal drive axles stump some people. This cover was all bent out of whack, and the other side's even worse. I can even see scratch marks and pry bar marks inside of this cover because what's happening over the years is people are taking off these 29/16 inch nuts and then thinking they can pry this plate off. Well, you can't. These have to come off, and they're not real difficult to get off, provided you understand their purpose. They have a little O-ring in there, a rubber gasket, and they're intended just to keep the oil sealed. And the lip of the internal face right there rides on the edge of this plate, so they don't have to be too tight. But they do have to come off in order to get this plate off. So if you take off your nuts and you start prying and prying and prying without taking these off, you will never, ever get your plate off the side to do any work on the chains or inspect the gears or do anything inside of there. But secondly, I don't see the purpose of these being load bearing, because there are thrust bearings in there and there are other bearings that sit on the shaft. So why do I say that? Because I had one on the other side that was so tight that I had to go get the biggest pipe wrench I could get and reef on it with a 4-foot extension going way back here to get it to break loose. And I don't see the point of that. These are to seal the oil, and the edge of everything inside of there is riding on the face of this plate. I don't see those as being some sort of a load-bearing nut. I see them as being an oil-sealing nut. So yes, tighten them up a little bit with your pipe wrench or a large crescent wrench, but you do not need to over-tighten them to the point where the next guy cannot get them off. I'll bring you up close so you can see what I'm talking about. There's the threads right there, and this whole thing sits on the edge of this plate. So does this one. So yes, tighten it up so oil doesn't shoot out of here, but don't over tighten it to the point that you can't get it out later. But once you have those caps off, we don't have to jam a super bar or something else in here or a bunch of screwdrivers to wreck the seal. It does rather easily pop forward just like that, and we can see everything inside of there, and if you need to pull this plate away, you can. So I just wanted to do a quick video so that we're not wrecking the side plates on these old vintage skid steers, because the reality is it's hard to find parts, and we want to do maintenance on these the best that we can. Thanks for watching. Fix It for Josh's sake. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, give me a follow, pass it off to a friend. I appreciate you watching. Have a great day.